Hey everybody, welcome back to Wallet Reset. It's Mike Malbrough once again. Today we're going to talk about ad campaign strategies, how you can come up with a good strategy. Actually, I'm just going to give you a strategy that should work for you for pretty much whatever business you do. All right, so first things first, if you haven't seen the ad, or basically I've been doing advertising videos for the last few videos that I've done. I'm really doing it basically kind of to get all of the questions that I've seen people ask out of the way so that we can move on to something else. Advertising is something that's scary for most, but it doesn't have to be. I'm going to show you why right now, because basically what advertising is you're just introducing yourself, right? Getting in front of the people who are most likely to want your product, and you're educating them on your product, on how it can help them, so on and so forth. So here's the strategy that I would use if I'm creating an ad campaign. So first thing I want to do is obviously research. I want to understand everything. I'm not even going to write that down because if you've been watching these videos, you know that research comes first. But after you've done your research, you have to find out what your audience struggles with, right? And what they complain about most. And so this is the part that most people have a problem with, is they think that their product is something that people will know immediately how it can help them, and most people won't. All right, so what you have to do, right, first and foremost, right, have a message, right, have a message that your audience will agree with, or that will resonate with your audience. So for example, if you are selling shoes, right, and you notice that people are complaining about the heel of the shoe, of certain types of shoes, hurting them or causing blisters, or boots, right, especially walking long distances in boots can give you blisters, right? You might say, well, you know, one great way to, a great trick to solve your blisters, right? And then you want them to read your content or see your content. Now, why are we focused on this message is because we need to get in front of people. We're not trying to sell anything right away. And the reason why we're not trying to sell anything right away is because people don't know us yet. They don't trust us yet, and so they won't buy from us yet, right? We have to build a relationship with people that they feel like, okay, I recognize you, I know I at least like you or can trust you somewhat, right? So once you have your message, right, that's when you send traffic to your message, right? So this is where you pay for your ad. Now, this ad is really just to get people to your content. This is not to make a sale, so you don't necessarily want to be spending as though a sale is going to come out of it. Now, a sale may come out of it, right? But that's not the goal here, right? So once you get this traffic to here, right, this is where we have to get a little bit more in depth. So these people, right, the people who see this message should go onto a list, like a retargeting list, right? Or an email list, right? You can actually do both if you wanted to, but you need to get these people, be able to recontact these people. Now, the reason why is because we've already built some attention with them, right? So we have these people's attention on some level, and we know that our message on some level has resonated with them, right? But these people haven't bought. So what we would do is we would create another ad, right? So these ads, right? And let's say we're going to create 3 ads, right? We want to create ads to get them to go back and interact with us again. But this time we're going to try to get a sale, right? So these ads are more towards, depending on what your message is and where your message leads them and how they interact with your message. So let's say that someone comes here and they just read your content. What you would want to do is send them to another piece of content that pre-sells your offer or your product, right? So So pre-sale, right? So these messages are all pre-selling them on your offer, right? So you want to send them back to a pre-sale, or, right? So a pre-sale, or if they went through your pre-sale, found a product or your offer, and they just didn't buy for whatever, right? For whatever reason, then you want to go ahead and send them to an offer, right? So that's how you would approach this. You want to approach this in stages because of the fact that when you buy something, you typically buy something based on a few different psychological factors, right? But primarily this. If they don't know you, if they don't feel like they've heard of you before, it's going to be harder for them to just say, oh, I've never heard of you, let me go ahead and buy from you. All right, then it would be if you take your time and you say, hey, this is my business, here's some way I can help you, thanks a lot for considering me, I'll talk to you again later, right? Then when you talk to them later, now they're educated, now they understand what your business and what your products can do for them, and so now it's more likely that they're gonna potentially buy. But now here's what you have to understand about advertising, right, and about marketing in general. People typically need 7 to 10 exposures. You need to talk to people 7 to 10 times on average before they'll buy. That doesn't mean that some people won't buy the first time they see you, but reality is you will probably need this to be in front of people 7 to 10 times. So what does that mean? That means that you need to have a large amount of ads, a large amount of traffic coming to your site, and you want a good amount of it to be from people who've already interacted with you because they're more likely to buy. All right? Then they're more likely to take your recommendations, they're more likely to want what you have, and it just makes sense. If I'm selling trick or treat candy, you know what I mean? You know that people who come to me often most likely celebrate Halloween and want to buy trick or treat candy. So that's really as simple as it can be. Just understand this. You got to get people to interact with you more than one time. And so sending traffic is to get people to basically self-opt in. They're coming to you and saying, I'm interested. Then you advertise to them more, right? You don't want to spend your money advertising to brand new people every time because those people are less likely to buy than people who've interacted with you before. Hopefully you guys understand everything that I just went through. It's very simple. It doesn't have to be scary or anything like that. And as long as you have your budget in order, you're good to go. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you guys on the next one. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. Also, give me a thumbs up for this video just because I feel like this is very clear. And I think that it'll help anybody who decides to take action. So I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Take care.